Everyone can be seated again.
Extra recovery bucket and we don't have cash currency. Madam, you know, charge 10,753. 10 best team, 7 runner up, 5 best motor आणि 3 best researcher.
बेस्ट ये भी ऐसे बेस्ट
रिसर्चरचं पाकिट बनलं आहे बेस्ट
मतलब बेस्ट ह्याचा रिसर्चरचा पण प्राइसेस हैं इंट्रा वालों को ना ये वालों को प्राइस है और बेस्ट अपन बेस्ट मेमोरियल को देते हैं हां बेस्ट को सर्टिफिकेट देते हैं और पैसे पण नाही दे तो कॅश वगैरे कुछ तो वो बोलना ही नहीं कुछ हां
काय आसवर कुठे
रिसर्चर पहिल्यांदा एकदा आपण कोणाकडे बोलतो पण रिसर्चरची ट्रॉफीच नाही आहे आणि ते इंडू कुठनं आणतो ट्रॉफ्या पाच मिनिटं देऊ आ गए हां काय झालं कोणाची
माझ्याकडे फक्त कॅश आणि कॅश
कोणत्या लिंक्स रमेश सरांनी पाठवल्या आहेत ना टीचर ग्रुपवर पाठवल्या टीचर ग्रुपवर ठीक आहे मी जाऊ आता त्यांना घेऊन येऊ की थांबू आता काय झालं अरे इथनंच यायचं आणि इथेच सोडायचं आहे यार काय
विद्या मॅडम
5 minutes more. मला पेन मिळाल्याबरोबर माझं काम संपेल. ते आपली कहाँ गया आपका पेन ब्लॅक वाला?
हां मी पण दाखवलं ना अभी विद्या मॅम
पेन हवाय का
पेन लागेल मला पाहिजे पेन एकदम माझ्यासारखं घालत हा त्यातलं बनवलं वाव
मजा नाही छान मोठी उरले होते तो फिर उसने से ये बना लिया
छान आहे छान हे घे पेन हा पेन हिला वापस करशील
नाही ठीक आहे
हिला वापस करशील ओके
जे होता मी तुला मागतो मिस्टेक नसेल स्टेपलर स्टेपलर असेल तर कोणाकडे स्टेपलर आहे का
कॉम्पिटिशन कोणतं आहे मी त्या हिशोबाने लावलं.
फूड ट्रायल ट्रायल डिबेट पार्लमेंट आपण बरोबर लावू.
नाही
आता रिझल्ट आली आहेत
फूड ट्रायल नंतर येईल कार्यक्रम चालू.
मध्ये मध्ये हा माझा पेन मिळाला.
आपका पेंसिल नहीं चलेगा?
हाँ?
आपका पेंसिल नहीं चलेगा?
प्रोफेसर को चाहिए था.
आहे हा वाला अपना बसल्यावर त्या पुन्हा असं उलटं
आपल्याला सिक्वेन्स लावायचा आहे बाकी
चिन्मयी ट्रायलचा क्रोनॉलॉजी आहे तुझ्याकडे. सेकंड बेस्ट विनर क्रॉस नाही सेकंड बेस्ट विनर स्पीकर क्रॉस.
मेरे हिसाब से तो ना
सेकंड बेस्ट
ले लो आप. मैं सिर्फ ये कर लेती हूँ, ये दो के कम नहीं है.
कैन यू मेक अ नोट. और जब पार्टिसिपेंट्स आर स्टैंडिंग विद द ओरिएंटेशन सिटिंग.
Where are the participants?
The पीछे some are standing outside participants.
Yeah, I cannot announce. I cannot really announce. Ask the participants. वहाँ से बोल दो, किसी को बोल दो, बोलो मैम बोल रहे हैं कि प्लीज पार्टिसिपेंट को बैठने की जगह दीजिए. बोल दो. I cannot announce ना, वो बहुत लाउड हो जाएगा. मैं बोल रही हूँ प्लीज आप ये ले लीजिए. मूड भी आप ले लीजिए. ये कर दो. नहीं मैं ये मूड भी ये कर दूँ. ये आपको नहीं, आपको क्लियर हो गया ना क्या क्या है. बेटा सब बताइए.
नहीं मेरे को भी क्लियर नहीं हुआ. मैं अब तक ट्राई
मुझे आप अभी इतने अच्छे से बता रहे थे इसलिए बोल रहे हो आपको क्लियर हो गया कि क्या क्या.
नहीं मैं मेरा ट्रायल का बता रही थी उसको.
अच्छा आप मुझे ना मूड बोला आपको.
ना ट्रायल आप तो you are a cool person who can be complicated.
अरे और मुझे ना एक बार का नाम पढ़ना पड़ता है. आई डोंट हैव दैट pronunciation for the surnames यहाँ का. तो मैं इसलिए ये हो गया कि पहले मिल गया था ना, तो मैं एक बार पढ़ के देख लेती हूँ. अरे मुझे वो एकदम मिलेंगे इसीलिए.
ठीक है बीच में गैप मिलेगा तब पढ़
तब तक आप बता देना.
Each have not opened the college name, best speaker, team number, and no need to announce.
Okay, everyone please settle down. The guests are coming. Students, everyone settle down. बोलना तो पड़ेगा ना. मैम हाँ मैं अभी मैं कर थोड़ी देर में बताइए.
All rise. The guests have arrived.
Start. चालू करो.
A very good evening to all. Respected dignitaries on the dais, distinguished guests, esteemed faculty members, and our exceptionally talented participants. It is with profound honor and heartfelt delight that I, Mrs. Shikha Gupta, along with Mrs. Mrunmay Kukre, welcome you all to the valedictory ceremony of the 23rd Justa Causa National Law Festival, hosted by Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar School of Law, Rashtan Tukroji Maharaj, Nagpur University. Today is not merely the closing chapter of an event. It is the celebration of a journey illuminated by intellect, enriched by discourse, and defined by excellence. Over the past few days, this institution has transformed into a sanctuary of ideas, where arguments were just not presented, but passionately defended, where voices were not merely heard, but deeply felt, and where the spirit of law found its most vibrant expressions.
Good evening, Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Vikas Sirpurkar, Sir, former Judge, Supreme Court of India. Honorable Guest of Honor, Shri Justice Nandesh Deshpande, Sir, Judge, Bombay High Court, Bench at Nagpur. Respected Director, Sir, Dr. Ravi Shankar Moore. Respected Dr. Praveena Khobragade, Madam. Respected Dr. Adhara Deshpande, Ma'am. To commence this auspicious evening, we now turn to a tradition that symbolizes the eternal triumph of knowledge over ignorance. I request all the dignitaries on stage to kindly light the ceremonial lamp. शुभं करोति कल्याणं आरोग्यं धनसंपदां शत्रुबुद्धि विनाशाय दीपज्योतिर नमोस्तुते दीपज्योतिर नमोस्तुते. As this sacred flame is lit, may it kindle within us lifelong commitment to truth, justice, and wisdom. Thank you very much, dignitaries. I request all to kindly rise for Rajya Geet and Vidyapit Geet. A warm welcome sets the tone for a meaningful gathering. It is now my privilege to invite our respected director, Dr. Ravishankar More sir, to deliver the welcome address.
A very good evening to one and all. Honorable dignitaries on the dais, chief guest for today's valedictory session, Honorable Sri Justice Vikas Sirpurkar sir, former Judge, Supreme Court of India. Guest of honor, Honorable Justice Sri Nandesh Deshpande sir, Judge, Bombay High Court, Nagpur Bench. My esteemed colleague and convener for Justa Causa 2026, Madam Dr. Pravina Khobragade, co-convener for 23rd Justa Causa, Dr. Adra Deshpande, deans, directors, head of departments, respected and distinguished guests, faculty members, participants, and my dear students. A very warm good evening to one and all. Someone rightly said, time flies when minds meet and ideas ignite. It feels like yesterday. On 20th March 2026, we gathered in the auditorium of the college under the inspiring presence of Honorable Justice Abhay Oak sir and Honorable Sri Justice Anil Killor sir to inaugurate this grand academic celebration. And today, as we stand at the valedictory program on this 22nd March, we realize how beautifully these 3 days have unfolded. These were not merely days of competition, they were days of learning, questioning, arguing, discovering, and growing. Over the past 3 days, we witnessed powerful arguments, reasoned debates, persuasive advocacy, skillful trial performances, and inspiring stories of dedication and intellect. In short, we witnessed the spirit of law in action. As Aristotle said, the law is a reason free from passion. But I must confess, during many rounds, the passion was so strong that even reason seemed pleasantly overwhelmed. Dear participants and students, your performances were truly remarkable. Many times, the judges faced the most difficult task of choosing good among the good and the best among the best. And let me say with a gentle smile, judging law students is perhaps tougher than judging real court cases. A few of you will carry home trophies today, but every one of you carries something far more valuable, and that is experience, confidence, friendship, and inspiration. Remember, winning makes you happy, but the participation makes you stronger. Those who did not win today, your journey has only begun. The courtrooms of life always grants another hearing. This year's Justa Causa has truly reflected its national character. We were privileged to host participants from Delhi University, Lucknow University, many national law schools across the country, Symbiosis Law School, Ravindranath Tagore Law School, institutions from Karnataka, Gujarat, Manipur, and many other parts of India. What once began as an academic initiative has today become a nationally recognized law festival, proudly finding its place in the academic calendars of leading law institutions across the country. This growth is not accidental. It is the result of dedication, vision, and collective efforts. I extend my heartfelt congratulations and gratitude to all faculty members, organizers, and student coordinators whose tireless efforts transformed an idea into a grand reality. To the winners, congratulations. You have proven your mettle on the prestigious platform, and I wish you many more milestones ahead. To all participants, thank you for raising the standard of excellence. At this moment, I would like to place on record our deepest gratitude to the honorable judges of the Nagpur bench of Bombay High Court. Year after year, their unwavering encouragement and academic engagement have strengthened Justa Causa. Sir, your presence, whether for inauguration, keynote addresses, judging rounds, or valedictory session, reflects your commitment to nurturing the next generation of legal professionals. This year, we were honored to have Honorable Sri Justice Anil Kilor for inaugurating the festival, Honorable Justice Abhay Oka sir, former Judge Supreme Court of India, as a keynote speaker for Justa Causa guest lecture series, Honorable Sri Justice Nivedita Mehta Madam and Honorable Justice Sri Raj Vakode sir for judging the trial advocacy, Honorable Srimati Justice Mukulika Javalkar Madam and Honorable Sri Justice Praful Khubalkar sir for judging final round of moot court competition. And today we are privileged to have with us Honorable Justice Sri Nandesh Deshpande sir for this valedictory program. I express our sincere gratitude to the entire bench for their continued support in making Justa Causa a grand success. I express deepest gratitude towards Honorable Sri Justice Vikas Sirpurkar sir and Madam Kumkum Sirpurkar for their presence in the inaugural program as well as for today's valedictory session. I also wish to acknowledge with a deep respect the visionary former principals and faculty members Sri Jayant Aprajit sir, Mrs. Vibha Mahajani madam, Dr. Srikant Komawar sir and many others whose consistent efforts laid the strong foundation upon which this festival proudly stands today. As Isaac Newton said, if I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. Justa Causa stands today because of such giants. A special word of appreciation for our dedicated student coordinators, Sampanna Pandey, Swam Paturkar, Paritosh Joshi, teacher convener, Madam Pravina Khobragade, and all the coordinators. I will not take the name of all the coordinating teachers, but it is because of your untiring efforts we could have such a grand, successful Justa Causa. Behind every successful event, there are sleepless nights, endless WhatsApp messages, last-minute crises, and miraculous solutions. And you handled all of it with professionalism and enthusiasm. You truly deserve a big round of applause. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your gracious words that so beautifully have definitely set in the spirit for this evening. We now move towards the felicitations of our distinguished dignitaries. May I request Dr. Ravishankar More, sir, to kindly welcome and felicitate our chief guest, Honorable Shri Justice Vikas Sirpurkar Judge, sir, former Judge, Supreme Court of India, with a token of our love, affection, and gratitude. He is our chief guest and I believe the most senior most alumni in this auditorium right now. Thank you so much for being with us, Lordship. May I request Dr. Praveena Khobragade Madam to kindly welcome and felicitate our guest of honor, Honorable Shri Justice Nandesh Deshpande Sir, Judge, Bombay High Court, Bench at Nagpur, with a token of our love, affection, and gratitude. His Lordship is also an alumni of this very institute. Your presence amongst us is not just an honor, but an inspiration that will resonate long beyond this evening.
Every great event carries within it a story of vision, efforts, and achievement. To take us through this remarkable journey, I invite member of the core team, Mr. Paritosh Joshi, to present an overview of Justa Causa National Law Festival 2026.
What an extraordinary evening it is. I am Paritosh Nitin Rao Joshi, the student coordinator of Justa Causa 2026. Extends my warmest gratitude to our chief guest, Shri Justice Vikas Sirpurkar Sir, for graciously presiding over this occasion. I also sincerely thank Honorable Shri Justice Nandesh Deshpande Sir for sparing his valuable time for us. Further, I also thank our respected Director Sir for giving me this opportunity, and to Dr. Praveena Khobragade Ma'am, the convener of Justa Causa 2026, and Adhara Deshpande Ma'am, the co-convener of Justa Causa 2026, the National Law Festival. I would also like to thank Sanjay Brahme Sir, who always believed in me in every situation. From the preparation of more than 2 mock trial proposition and 4 moot court proposition to being closely scrutinized by Praveena Khobragade Ma'am, Vidya Naik Ma'am, Nirmay Kukre Ma'am, and various esteemed senior advocates and members of legal fraternity, I can proudly say that the propositions of Justa Causa 2026 were made and prepared by students of Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar School of Law. All the students who were volunteers in the event had their own unique experience and expertise in this event. I can proudly say that everyone has done their job without their titles and position getting in their minds. It was a great opportunity for me to work with these thoughtful individuals, where we witnessed more than 5 programs at various venues and occasions. All other colleges are always in the question to me how it is possible that we manage so many venues and so many events simultaneously. But I always tell to them that we, the student of Babasaheb Ambedkar School of Law, are with a team of bunch of Maharathis. who has exceptional capabilities and experience in their field. All the coordinators of Justa Causa are great administrators. The coordinator of MCC are skilled with courtman craft. The team of youth parliament are great with making of legislation. The coordinators of trial advocacy were masters in criminal jurisprudence, and whereas the team of debate were themselves experienced with coordinating such big event. On this day, a huge team of more than 400 volunteers and 40 coordinators has made this event possible. I have been a significant part of Justa Causa for past 4 years, but this year was special to me as we have conducted this event on just 20 days. And yes, friends, it was very difficult to organize this event in such less time, but we have conducted this. We have got various hurdles like change of dates, planning, logistics, but still our beloved teachers supported us. This was only possible because of the strong foundation being made by you, teachers, and the students who helped them. I really thank you for making this event such a big event. The reason we proudly call Justa Causa is silent architect of justice is because we extend the very soul of the institution, which is equality before law and opportunity for all the participants. Students from across the country travel in Nagpur just to experience Justa Causa. Justa Causa is not just an event, but a phenomenal experience for all of them. To every single volunteer, the unsung army who stood from early morning till late nights, your selfless service has turned this vision into reality. And finally, from bottom of my heart, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to each one of you, every teacher, every faculty member, all coordinators, committee head, volunteers, participants, and also thank to all my batchmates who stood behind me. I would like to specially thank my batchmates Pratyush, Sagar, Parth, Pooja, Niyati, Saurabh, Vishwesh, who were behind my back every time. And last but not the least, Sampan Pandey, Soham Pathurkar, Padmashri Raut, Dayal, Tanay, and Anuj, who were phenomenal with their jobs. With this, I would like to conclude my speech, Yeto Dharma Tetos Jaya, which means where there is Dharma, there is a victory. Because in the end, every great change begins with a just cause. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Paritosh, for that vivid and engaging reflection. It is now time to pause, reflect, and revisit this remarkable journey, to capture in words the essence of what has been created and accomplished together. For it is through such reflection that movements turn into memories and memories into legacies. To present before us a comprehensive account of this grand law festival, detailing its vision, execution, and the milestone achieved, I have the distinct honor to inviting the convener of Justa Causa, Dr. Parveena Khopragade, ma'am, to present the formal report of Justa Causa.
A very warm good evening to one and all here. Dignitaries present on the dais, Honorable Justice Vikas Sirpurkarji, Honorable Justice Shri Nandesh Deshpande Sarji, Dr. Ravi Shankar Moore, the Director of the Law School, Madam Adhra Deshpande. Of the dais, Madam Sirpurkar ji, my dear colleagues, the teacher faculties, the teaching faculty members, non-teaching faculty members, dear participants and students, ladies and gentlemen. Here I go, the report, and I am presenting the report of this magnificent journey of this Justa Causa, the National Law Festival 2026. The 23rd edition of the National Law Festival was successfully organized from 20th to 22nd March 2026 by our own institution, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar School of Law. This year's festival held significance and the special significance as it marked the celebration of 100 years of its establishment. The primary objective of organizing the festival was to provide a dynamic platform for students to showcase their talents and enhance their skills in mooting, trial advocacy, debating, oratory, etc. The festival comprised a series of prestigious national level competitions including moot court, trial advocacy, debate, youth parliament, along with the Justa Causa lecture, guest lecture and the youth conclave. Amongst these, the moot court and trial advocacy competition formed the core academic pillars of the festival, offering participants an immersive experience into the particular and the practical functioning of the legal system. These competitions were designed not only to test the legal knowledge but also to cultivate essential professional skills such as legal research, drafting, courtroom etiquettes, articulation, strategy and the presence of mind. On 20th March 2026, the festival commenced with the inauguration of the National Youth Parliament and National Debate Competition in the morning. The event was graced by Chief Guest, Advocate Ashish Jaiswal, Honorable Finance and the Labour Minister, Maharashtra State, and the guest of honor, Shri Ajay Chauhan, the Management Councillor, Rashtrasanta Tukadoji Maharaj, Nagpur University. The Youth Parliament was conducted at Vidhan Bhavan, Nagpur, providing participants with the realistic and enriching experience of legislative proceedings. The discussion centered on the Digital Media and Online Streaming Platforms Regulations and Accountability Bill 2026, which is a highly contemporary and the relevant topic. The institution proposes to submit the outcome of this discussion to the appropriate authorities for further consideration. The session was effectively conducted under the guidance of the Speaker and the Deputy Speakers, Dr. Vijay Tiwari, Shri Vishnu Sangdeji, Senate Member of Rashtrasanta Tukadoji Maharaj, Nagpur University, Advocate Sanjay Brahme, Madam Mamta Gomase. The Youth Parliament in particular emerged as a significant highlight reflecting the ability of young minds to engage with contemporary legal and policy issues in a meaningful manner. On the occasion, the numismatic old coins and the rare old legal documents exhibition was also conducted in the premises of law school. The exhibition of these ancient coins and the legal documents is curated by LLM student of our own institution, Makarant Zogawar. In the evening, the formal inauguration of Justa Causa 2026 was held at the hands of Honorable Justice Abhay Oak, former Judge of the Supreme Court of India, with Honorable Justice Anil Kilor sir, for Administrative Judge, Bombay High Court, Nagpur Bench, as a guest of honor. The ceremony was presided over by Honorable Vice Chancellor, Madam Dr. Manali Kshirsagar. And on this occasion, Justice Abhay Oak delivered an insightful guest lecture on the art of trial advocacy, inspiring students with his vast experience and wisdom. The preliminary rounds of the trial advocacy competitions were also conducted on the same day at the law school premises. This trial advocacy competition in particular provided a near real-life courtroom experience where participants engaged in examination in chief, cross-examination, framing of issues and the final arguments. It enables students to understand the nuances of procedural and the evidentiary laws while developing advocacy techniques crucial for litigation practice. Participants displayed commendable skills in witness handling, argument structuring, and application of legal provisions, reflecting a high degree of preparedness and professionalism. On the second day, that is the 21st March 2026, the youth conclave titled the Nagpur Dialogue was organized. The panel discussion featured eminent personalities including Justice R.K. Deshpande, Mrs. Vaishali Hivse, the BRO, the only lady commandant officer, Shri Vinayak Mahamuni, the CEO, Zilha Parishad Nagpur. The session witnessed enthusiastic participation and engagement from the large number of students. On the same day, the preliminary rounds of the moot court competition and the semi-final round of the trial advocacy competition was conducted successfully. The moot court competition stood as a rigorous intellectual exercise requiring participants to engage in extensive legal research, drafting of memorials, and the persuasive oral arguments before a simulated bench. The problem presented complex and the contemporary legal issues, challenging students to interpret law critically and present well-reasoned submissions. The competition not only strengthened participants' command over substantive and procedural law, but also enhanced their ability to think analytically and respond effectively to judicial interventions. On the third day, the semi-final rounds of the moot court competition were held at the school premises in the morning. And the final rounds of both moot court and the trial advocacy competitions are conducted in the same hall, historic hall, that is convocation hall of this university, that too in the morning and afternoon sessions, marking the culmination of this intense and intellectually stimulating contest. The finalists exhibited exceptional advocacy skills, professionalism, and the court etiquette, leaving a lasting impression on the judges and the audience alike. I am very happy to declare that we got the tremendous response as far as all the competitions are concerned. Nearly 110 participants from outside Nagpur, they registered and they took part in this competition. Overall, 200 participants, they participated in different competitions, including our own students. Now we are here in this valedictory session, which marks the successful conclusion of the Justa Causa 2026, which is witnessing active participation from the students across the nation. The festival proved to be an enriching experience, fostering advocacy skills, critical thinking, and confidence among participants. The moot court and the trial advocacy competitions in particular emerged as a defining highlights of the event, serving as a vital platform for experiential learning and professional development. As far as the National Youth Parliament is concerned, this event, the judges were Shri Vaman Turkeji, Shri Nitin Naigolkar and Advocate Anil Gulhane. The teacher coordinators of the program were Mrs. Mamta Gomase, Dr. Praveena Urade, Shri Ankit Shri Patwar and Shri Pavan Kumar Yadav. The student coordinators were Hridayanshu, Anuj, Vedant, Anushka, Sama and Narayani. The national debate competition also got the tremendous response. At least 40 participants across the country participated in the competition. The competition was conducted under the guidance of teacher coordinator, Madam Archana Pranze, Rashmi Sandawar, along with the student coordinator, Niyati Kesari. Dr. Harish Paliwal, the finance officer of Rashtrasanta Tukudaji Maharaj Nagpur University, graced the occasion, and the preliminary round and the final rounds, the topic were the international law has failed to assert authority over modern geopolitical war as global order continues to be dictated by power rather than principle. The judges were Professor Kishore Patil and Advocate Yash Kullawar. The final round topic was developing nations deserve a fair and rightful place in the international order. Judges were Dr. Dharmendra Turkar and Advocate Rishikesh Dhale. 16 participants, they reached to the final round. So in all, this is the youth conclave with the tremendous response, the participation of in that youth parliament and the debate competition and the moot court and the trial advocacy competition. We restricted it to the team 10. It is after the filtering, we made it final. That is the 10 teams will be participating. With this is now at the concluding session. We are at the concluding session of the Justa Causa National Festival. The key takeaway from Justa Causa 2026 lies in its role as a bridge between academic learning and the practical application. By simulating real courtroom and litigation environments, the festival equipped the students with the skills, discipline, and ethical grounding required in the legal profession. It also emphasized the importance of preparation, clarity of thoughts, the effective communication in the pursuit of justice. In conclusion, the Justa Causa 2026 stands as a testament to the spirit of the legal education, collaboration, and excellence, leaving a lasting impact on all participants and setting a high benchmark for the future editions. Here I end. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for the eloquent and insightful presentation. Your words have beautifully encapsulated the spirit, scale, and the success of Justa Causa, leaving us with a deep sense of pride and accomplishment. Today, we are privileged to be in the presence of a distinguished member of the judiciary. As a guest of honor, we have Honorable Shri Justice Nandesh Deshpande, sir. His Lordship, born in 1974, Nagpur, pursued his academic and professional training with distinction in both science and law. After completing his legal education in 1997, he was enrolled as an advocate in 1998. He commenced his legal career under the mentorship of eminent senior advocates, where he imbibed the finest tradition of the bar and honed his advocacy skills. Over the year, he developed a comprehensive and diverse practice appearing in matters spanning criminal, civil, constitutional, writ jurisdiction, and other allied branches of law, earning a reputation for his clarity of thoughts, preparation, and persuasive advocacy. In 2022, His Lordship was appointed as the Solicitor General of India, a position of considerable responsibility and prestige. His appearance reflected a deep understanding of complex legal issues and a firm commitment to upholding the rule of law and public interest. In recognition of his professional excellence, unwavering integrity, and the distinguished contribution to the legal fraternity, His Lordship was elevated as an additional judge of the Bombay High Court in September 2025. His elevation stands as a testament to his dedication, legal acumen, and service to the cause of justice. It is my proud honor and privilege to invite Sir to address the august gathering. I request you, Sir.
Dr. Shirsagar, the Vice Chancellor who could not make it to the function, Director Sri Ravi Shankar Moore, Dr. Praveena Khobragade, Convener of the Justa Causa, Dr. Adhara Deshpande, the co-convener, all the teacher coordinators, members of the organizing committee, judges, faculties, and I would be failing in my duty if I don't name Mrs. Sirpurkar, the designated senior counsel, and including the student coordinator who seems to be very famous among the students who addressed just while. It's a matter of great honor for me to stand before you today as the guest of honor at the valedictory function. I consider it a privilege to share this dais with such eminent personalities and to witness the culmination of an event that has brought together some of the brightest young legal minds across the country. I was told that more than 100 participants or colleges took part in the events which ensued 2 days here, of which the valedictory function is today. Over the past few days, we have seen an impressive display of intellect, discipline and passion through competitions such as National Youth Parliament, the debate competition, the Youth Conclave, the Nagpur Dialogue, and the most important according to me is the trial advocacy competition and the moot court competition. Each event in its own way has reflected not only the participants' legal acumen, but also their deep engagement with issues that shape our democracy and justice system. To all the participants, and not only to the winners, to all the participants I would like to say this: you have done something truly meaningful by stepping into these platforms. Winning, of course, is important, but what matters far more is the effort, the preparation, and the courage to stand up, speak, and defend your ideas, a virtue which would be helpful to you in the profession. That in itself is the foundation of a good lawyer and an even better citizen. I am sure that the Youth Parliament reminded us how essential it is to understand and respect the democratic process. The debates showed us the power of a structured thinking and, more importantly, a disagreement which would be respectful. The Nagpur Dialogue created a space for thoughtful exchange, something that is becoming increasingly rare yet deeply necessary. And the moot court and the trial advocacy competitions brought out the rigor and realism of legal practice, the importance of clarity, strategy, and conviction. Now I would like to remind you that the study and practice of law go far beyond these competitions. Law is not just about arguments, it's about a responsibility. It's a responsibility to the society, to the court. It is about standing up for what is right, even that is not easy. It's about ensuring that justice is not just a concept, but a lived reality for the people. One more advice from an elder brother to the budding lawyers: as you enter the real world of courts and tribunals, please see that you spend at least first 5 years of practice in trial courts. The trial courts, in my view, are the basis on which a building of a successful professional career can be safely built. Be it in any side, civil or criminal, you get to understand the fundamentals of law in the trial court only. And believe me, a lawyer who knows the nuances of the trial court can shift to the higher court with comparative ease, and the transition is smooth, but it is not easy the other way around. In your journey ahead, there will be challenges, moments of doubt, moments of pressure, but it is in those moments that your integrity will matter the most. Knowledge will help you succeed, but values will help you endure. Excellence in law demands more than knowledge, and it requires only a single virtue, and that is, according to me, integrity. It calls for empathy, it expects resilience. Today, unfortunately, Mrs. Shirsagar could not make it to the court, make it to the dais, the Vice Chancellor, but I would take this opportunity to make a request through Mr. Moore. Please introduce and include subjects in the curriculum which have a very high demand in the commercial world. Integrated courses having subject of forensic sciences, cyber laws, which are the laws starting to have a very considerable impact on our lives, should be included in the curriculum so as to make the students ready for the future. As I entered the law college the other day regarding that foundation stone laying by the former Chief Justice of India, it reminded me of old days from 1994 to 1997. I was fortunate to learn the basics of law from some of the stalwarts in the profession, who not only taught me the subjects in the curriculum, but also the ethics of the profession. The college has a rich tradition. I'm sorry, now it's a school of law. Yes. The school has a rich tradition, and the legacy is almost unparalleled. Many eminent judges of the Supreme Court, High Courts, innumerable senior advocates have been students of this premier institution. I would urge each one of you students to keep reminding yourself of the said legacy time and again to tide over any hindrances in future. Before concluding, I would also like to take a moment to appreciate the efforts of the organizers, the faculty members, and the volunteers. Events of this scale require vision, coordination, and dedication, and it is evident that a great deal of hard work has gone into making this a success. As we conclude today, I hope each one of you carries back not just certificates or trophies, but experiences, lessons, and a renewed sense of purpose. I wish you all the best for your future. Continue to learn, continue to question, and most importantly, continue to stand for justice. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Thank you so much, sir, for your words have not only enlightened us, but have also instilled in us a renewed sense of purpose and responsibility towards this noble profession of law. Thank you.
In the world of law, there are individuals whose journeys do not merely inspire, they illuminate the path for generations to follow. Their words carry the weight of wisdom. Their decisions shape the course of justice, and their presence itself becomes a source of guidance and reflection. Today, we're deeply honored to be in the august presence of one such towering personality, a distinguished jurist whose contributions to the Indian judiciary have been both profound and enduring. I welcome the chief guest for today, Justice V.S. Sirpurkar, former Judge, Supreme Court of India. His Lordship hails from a distinguished family of legal professionals, a meritorious student of Morris College, Nagpur, followed by a law degree from the University College of Law, Nagpur. He began his legal practice at the Nagpur bench of Bombay High Court, specializing in constitutional and criminal law and actively contributing to the legal fraternity as Secretary of High Court Bar Association and as a member of Maharashtra Bar Council. Elevated as judge of the Bombay High Court in 1992, he later served at Madras High Court, where he played a key role in strengthening judicial training and legal services. Lordship went on to serve as the Chief Justice of High Court of Uttaranchal and subsequently the Calcutta High Court, contributing significantly to the establishment of judicial academies. In recognition of his distinguished service, his Lordship was elevated to the Supreme Court of India in 2007, where he served with great distinction until his retirement in the year 2011. It is my immense privilege to invite Shri Justice Vikas Sirpurkar sir to deliver the valedictory address.
Good evening to all. Justice Nandesh Deshpande, who is on the stage, Ravi Shankar Moore, Dr. Ravi Shankar Moore, Dr. Mrs. Praveena Khobragade, Dr. Mrs. Adhara Deshpande, Senior Advocate present here, Mrs. Kumkum Sirpurkar, the faculty, brilliant faculty of this college, both at graduate and undergraduate and postgraduate level, and of all the persons, my dear student friends. I should have said present judges, and I should have also included the future judges. I see so many future judges amongst you. When I was asked to deliver a lecture in valedictory, my mind raced back to my student years when we used to have valedictory in gatherings. It was an experience then, because when I entered the law college in the year 1968, perhaps I am the only person in this hall who has done law in 2 years course. I don't see anybody who is a student of 2 years course. In our days, after graduation, we used to spend 2 years for law college, for law degree. The things were very different. When I see smartly dressed, handsome boys and beautiful girls here, my mind, I am dumbfounded for the simple reason that we did not have anything of this sort. I had not even heard the word moot court. To tell you the truth, this was not, we had straight 7:30 to 10:30 lectures, and you will be flabbergasted to know that in my 2 years course, I never studied interpretation of statutes subject because it was not included in our curriculum. For the whole of my judicial life of about 50 years, I spent most of the time in interpreting the statutes, which subject was never taught to me. I am only trying to tell you the things are different. Each of you, each of the law student now knows computer. They are all computer savvy, as they call it. Computer savvy. I still cannot operate computer. This is my confession. I have to take help of my grandsons to operate the computer, and I have to pay heavily for my for this help offered by them. Be that as it may. I am only trying to say that the law course is undergoing a chemical change. Law course is becoming more and more technical, if I may say. It is not a course which you can manage without computers, without a help from the technology. Only day before, the Honorable Vice Chancellor stressed the importance of technology, AI, artificial intelligence. I did not know that intelligence can be artificial also. I did not know. I still don't know. But let me tell you, the things have gone vast change. Just now, your student representative, who appeared to be a very popular man from the applause that he drew, he spoke of yato dharmas tato jayaha. What is yato dharmas tato jayaha? What is the motto of the Supreme Court? Will anybody tell me? Anybody? Don't be afraid and don't be shy. Somebody should rise and say that, sir, it's a motto of the Supreme Court. Yato dharmas tato jayaha. And I would be glad, and whether I'll be there or not, I don't know. But I am sure that the person who answers this question, yato dharmas tato jayaha, will surely make it to the judgeship, High Court judgeship, I mean. But yato dharmas tato jaya, what is it? Where there is law, dharma, dharma जो पकड़ के रखना पड़ता है, धर्म धुरुन ठेवायचं असतं ज्यांनी, धारयति इति धर्मः. The one which is to be, those are the noble values of the society. You will not steal. You will not look hither and thither. You will be maintaining your own character. You will not accept bribes. Adharma hai. This is dharma. But dharayati iti dharmaha and yato dharmastato jayaha says very specifically, be you ever so high. Be you ever so high. Law is above you. Law is above you. Now compare this with the British jurisprudence. And the British jurisprudence says, king can do no wrong. In our Indian jurisprudence, king is the first servant of the people. Whereas, in British jurisprudence, king can do no wrong, meaning whatever is done by the king is bound to be correct. Whether you feel right or wrong, it is bound to be correct. It is correct. He can do no wrong, meaning king is incapable of doing any wrong. King cannot do any wrong. With this Indian concept, what I want to advise, I have every right of advice because I am probably the only person who is running 80 here in this hall. The advice is, while you follow the foreign jurisprudence, American principles, French principles. You cannot ignore Indian principles of law and therefore you be Indian insofar as your legal aspect is concerned. I will tell you, I just now mentioned yato dharmas tato jayaha. Will anybody tell me who had said this to whom? It is, I'll give you a clip. It is in Maharashtra. It is in Mahabharata. Yes? I see one hand. Huh? Well, you have somewhat right, but not altogether right. Huh? Yes. Fortunately or unfortunately, it has come from the faculty. Gandhari said this to Duryodhan. Duryodhan had gone to her to seek the blessings for victory. She didn't say Vijay Bhava to him. Because had she said it, Duryodhan would have certainly won the war. This was the power in Gandhari's speech. Why? Because of the penance that she did. As soon as she heard that her would-be husband is blind, she blindfolded herself. But Gandhari didn't say this. She only said, yato dharmas tato jaya. This is the importance of law in our society, in our life. Therefore, you have to bear in mind that when you appear in the court of law, when you would appear in this court of law, in the court of law, you have to nurture the noble principles, the noble concepts of law, concepts in your life, in your social life. Friends, this reminds me of one thing, that the social and noble concepts have not come in our constitution from outside, they were always there. They say about Indian constitution that Indian constitution is an admixture of some principles of that country, some principles of this country. All these country, all the principles which are enshrined in Indian constitution, that great man, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, who was the chairman of the drafting committee of the Constitution of India, drafting committee of the Parliament, he found that the principles which are so-called foreign principles are not in fact foreign principles, they are enrooted in Indian culture. Therefore, my first request to you is always remember that you are Indian first, that you are Indian then, and lastly you are Indian only. I am seeing so many young men keen to join the profession. As I said, I have every right to advise. I became a lawyer at the age of 21. I was not even complete 21 when I became a lawyer. Then I practiced for good long 24 years, 25 years. And in 1946, 1992, I became a judge. After good long 20, 25, 26 years of practice. What did I learn? What did I learn during my during my practice. I learnt, and at very heavy cost, that in the court you cannot utter two words. Those two words are no, my lord. No, my lord, you are never going to say no, my lord. Even if my lord is right or wrong, you say yes, my lord. But I learned this lesson because in a particular court, I used to invariably lose my brief, lose my argument. And then that judge, he is no more alive. That judge told me, Mr. Sirpurkar, the mistake that you commit is you say no, my lord. These words are never to be uttered by a lawyer. This is the... Then I discussed with him. I said, what should I do? This was not his advice, this is my experience, that the first thing that a lawyer needs are the words. Words, Denning said, Lord Denning, words are the tools of the lawyer. You have to use your word like tools. And then, out of my experience, I realized that you have to have tremendous grip. They say vice-like grip. A vice has a grip on the human being. So much, the grip is so powerful that you can't get rid of that vice. So you must have vice-like grip on your language. So, and for that language, what will you do? You have to read firstly, secondly you have to read, and thirdly you have to read only. This is how you acquire grip on the language. साहेब ते तसं झालं नाही असं म्हणण्याच्या ऐवजी, sir, it is not legally proved that this thing happened like this. You have to be very choosy with your words in the court of law, and therefore you have to have grip on the language. Then you will ask, what should I do to be a perfect lawyer? A lawyer is never perfect. A lawyer changes his sides with the kind of fees that he has and the and the kind of side that he has to represent. So, the first rule of a lawyer is, as I said, he must have a grip on the language. Then secondly, he must have keen observation, very keen observation. We negotiate the steps, develop the habit of counting the steps. That I have negotiated 22 steps today. That is how you increase your observation. So many persons come to the Supreme Court of India to see the beautiful silk gowns of the senior counsel who argue the matter. How many persons have noted what is written behind the Supreme Court, on the Supreme Court chair? It is written, Yato Dharmas Tato Jaya. First day when I went to Supreme Court, in 1969, I was 1-year-old lawyer. And therefore, the first thing that I did was to go as near the, in Bengali it is called Ejlash, the Supreme Court. So the second part is you have to observe, you have to keenly observe. But will the observation itself be sufficient to succeed? No. The second rule is, first rule is keen observation, and the second rule is discrete retention. Everything that you see need not be kept in your memory. You have to be very discreet in your retention. If you start packing your brain with irrelevant things out of your observation, you will be suffering. So, it should be keen observation, discrete retention. But what is discrete retention without timely, what do you call it? You must reproduce it timely. At the correct time, you must reproduce what is learned by you, what is observed by you, and what is retained by you. My dear young law students, I am sure you will bear in mind this advice by this old man. We old men have a habit of giving advice, that too free advice, unnecessarily. But the law students must therefore observe keenly, discreetly retain, and timely reproduction of what has been observed by them. This is the key to your success. And last but not the least, do not compromise on ethics. If you start compromising on your ethics, howsoever brilliant lawyer you may have been or you may become, you are of no use. The ethics is extremely important. You have to be ethical, not only in your legal practice, but in your life also. When you are ethical and behave ethically, nothing can come against you, nothing can ruin you, nothing can finish you. I am very sure the standards of this Justa Causa, I have been taking part in this Justa Causa for practically ever since I became a judge. That was in 1992. But I congratulate the faculty, particularly those who are present on the days and off the days, on successful conduct of this huge exercise. I was told that hundreds of students have come from outside, including from Manipur. I congratulate, I welcome all the outside students who have come from outside Nagpur and who are not the students of Nagpur University. I welcome them on your behalf, sir. Let me tell you a very interesting thing. Dr. Ravi Shankar Moore, his grandfather taught me. Lastly, I would advise all the prize winners not to let the prize go into their head. When something like a prize goes into head, the head becomes empty of such essential things, essential values, essential things. I am extremely thankful for being called here to address you and mix with you and share my thoughts. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lordship, for your profound insights and inspiring guidance. Your words undoubtedly speak about legacy and experience. Thank you so much.
And now we arrived at the most awaited and celebratory movement of this evening. It is time for the prize distribution ceremony. Over the past few days, we have witnessed extraordinary talent, unwavering determination, and a spirit of competition that truly reflects the essence of Justa Causa. Each participant has contributed to making this law festival a grand success. But today, we take a moment to celebrate those who have set themselves apart through exceptional performances. I now request our esteemed dignitaries to kindly confer the awards upon our winners. Let us first begin with the National Moot Court Competition. As for the best researcher, we have Team 005, and the best researcher award goes to Rishabh Talekar. Next, we have the best mooter award. It is from Team 006, Aditya Parmar.
All the winners are requested to sign a voucher that is kept with Dr. Chinmay Nimkhedkar, madam. All the winners.
The best memorial award goes to Team 011. Team 011, Yash Dhotre, Archis Kelkar, Abhijit Chapkar. अच्छा रनर अप Now the runner-up, we have Team 001, Rabindranath Tagore School of Law, Bhopal. Sanidhya Gupta, Priyanshi Rathore and Shivani Bharti. They are from Rabindranath Tagore, Bhopal. Bhopal.
Winners requested to sign the vouchers, please.
And now for the winners, we have Team 006, Symbiosis Nagpur. Ms. Lalita Aditya Parmar and Harsh Pavasya. A huge round of applause for their remarkable advocacy and legal acumen. The winners have won a cash prize of 10,000 rupees.
The courtroom experience truly brought the spirits of litigation to life. The best speaker for the competition of trial advocacy goes to Aditya Sharma from Shantaram Podukhe Law College, Chandrapur. She is awarded with cash prize, trophy and a certificate to her credit. Art of trial advocacy cannot be complete without cross-examination. So, the Art of Best Cross-Examination Award goes to Parth Sharma from Manikchand Pahade Law College, Sambhaji Nagar. Awarded with cash prize, trophy and a certificate. This college also happens to be the winner of the first trial advocacy which was held last year. It was a tough battle for the position of winner. The battle was between Campus Law Center, University of Delhi and Manikchand Pahade from Sambhaji Nagar. And the runner-up for the event of national trial advocacy is, with a huge round of applause, Campus Law Center, University of Delhi. The margin between the total of the two teams differs with just 3 points. They were so close to each other. Team awarded with a cash prize, trophy and certificate. And of course the winners, second time winners for trial advocacy, Manikchand Pahade Law College, Sambhaji Nagar. They are taking home the trophy for the second consecutive year. Big round of applause. I can imagine Principal Kotapalle Madam's face. She's going to be beaming there. Probably she's there online right now. Many congratulations to the winning team. Trial advocacy, we had home teams who had participated for the event of trial advocacy. I would just like to make a brief mention of the best home team, comprising of Council Dhanashri Mishra and Council Disha Sable. The home team reference needs to be made respected days for the simple reason that we don't allow home teams to go beyond the quarters rounds. Otherwise, they were fit enough for the finals. And one consistent witness with exemplary performance, the best witness is Samishta Agrawal. Best witness from preliminary 1, preliminary 2, quarters, semis and finals. It is just a special mention. Coming to the next competition, which is a celebration of intellect, articulation and powerful reasoning. The national debate. The second runner-up for national debate competition, Ruzul Pathak from GLA University, Mathura. The first runner-up, Ayushman Pandey from GH Rai Soni School of Law, Sai Kheda. A big round of applause. All the prize winners are please requested to sign the voucher. Prize winners, please do not leave without signing the vouchers. The winners for the national debate competition, Arnav Sharma, Government College of Engineering, Nagpur. Since debate and youth parliament are two events in the Justa Causa which are interdisciplinary. Unlike moot and trial, which are confined to law, these two events are interdisciplinary. A special mention, just like trial advocacy, we had home teams for the moot court competition also, and the team was brilliant. A team comprising of Om and Anuprabha Bansod. A special recognition accorded to them from the BASL. They went up till semis. And Sanjana as a researcher. A special recognition to the home team. A big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
It is now time to celebrate the excellence and acknowledgement the witnessed during the Youth Parliament. For the appreciation medal, we have a member of the opposition, Priyam Kumari. She is from our own very college, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar School of Law, Nagpur. Next, we have, for the special mention, member of the opposition, Ruzul Pathak, GLA University, Mathura. Do we have her? Yes. No, this is for Youth Parliament. A big round of applause, everyone. For the award of Best Opposition Member, we have Disha Chaube, Ambedkar College, Diksha Bhumi. Now we have for the best ruling member, Aman Parikh, Asian Academy of Film and Television, Noida. He has been a very consistent participant. He's been coming here for the past 4 years. And now for the Best Parliamentarian Award, it goes to Aman Bhandarkar, Ambedkar College, Diksha Bhumi. Our school also conducted an intra-law school youth parliament, Avahan. For that, there's a special mention, Paneri Nikhare. Is she here? Paneri Nikhare. Next. Next we have the best member of opposition, Dev Keval. Next we have the best member of ruling, Sampan Pandey. The Best Parliamentarian Award, it goes to Hidanshu Pandey. I would also like to take this opportunity of mentioning some special names who gave their exemplary performances during the intra-law school youth parliament. And the names are Aryan Singh, Sujata Kothari, Mayank Dhurve, Kazi Zafar, and Shravanti Deshpande. A big round of applause for everyone. Thank you, everyone.
Connected.
Please be seated.
We'll resume in a few minutes.
Attention students, there is one student who has not signed the voucher. It is my humble request to her to please go and sign the voucher. Students, you are requested to stay back. Gratitude can transform common days into thanksgiving, turn routine jobs into joy, and change ordinary opportunities into blessings. Yet it is one of the most difficult job of the entire Justa Causa. And to do this, I request co-convener of 23rd Justa Causa, Dr. Adhara Deshpande Madam, to please propose the formal vote of thanks.
Good evening, all distinguished dignitaries on the dais. Honorable Shri Justice Vikas Sirpurkar, former Judge, Supreme Court of India. Honorable Shri Justice Nandesh Deshpande, Judge, Bombay High Court, Nagpur Bench. My Director, Dr. Ravi Shankar Moore. Convener, Dr. Praveena Khobragade. Dignitaries in the audience, Senior Advocate, Mrs. Kumkum Sirpurkar. Teachers, invited guests, media personnel, participants from colleges across India, non-teaching staff, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls. It gives me immense pleasure and honor to propose the formal vote of thanks at the valedictory function of 23rd National Justa Causa Law Festival on behalf of my law school. Justa Causa is not merely an event. I believe it is an emotion that flows through very veins of member of BASL. From our respected director to our dedicated faculty, from ever supportive non-teaching staff to our passionate students, each one has worked tirelessly day and night to ensure that every moment of this festival unfolds flawlessly. The campus resonates with festive energy where enthusiasm fills the air and every individual contributes selflessly as a part of one unified force, Team Justa Causa. This festival has truly been an intellectual celebration. In its centenary year, Justa Causa presented a rich and diverse confluence of ideas and advocacy through its 5 flagship segments, all at the national level: the trial advocacy, debate, moot court, youth parliament, and youth conclave. Each segment stood as a testament to spirit, its legal scholarship and excellence. On behalf of the entire BASL family, I express my heartfelt gratitude to Honorable Shri Justice Vikas Sirpurkar for graciously accepting our invitation to be chief guest. Sir, your presence at the inaugural as well as at the valedictory has added immense prestige to Justa Causa. It is through your constant encouragement and support that we have been able to organize this event in such a magnificent manner. Sir, your advice today on reading and having grip on the language shall be followed by the students. I extend my sincere thanks to Honorable Shri Justice Nandesh Deshpande, our guest of honor for this evening. Sir, your journey and achievements continue to inspire countless budding legal professionals. Your advice on practicing in the trial courts, at least for the 5 years, I am sure shall be taken seriously by the students. I hope your association with the law school shall continue forever. A journey of legal learning attains a higher dimension when we are blessed with the opportunity to learn from luminaries such as Justice Abhay Oak of Supreme Court of India. His presence and guidance have been deeply inspiring and intellectually enriching for all of us. His words have encouraged many students to practice at the trial courts. We also express our profound gratitude to honorable judges of the Bombay High Court, whose continuous presence and encouragement have been a constant source of energy, strength for our institution. Be it inaugural ceremony, the final rounds of the competition, or today's valedictory program, your unwavering support has always uplifted us. It is with such encouragement from the judiciary that we are able to celebrate the centenary year of our law school with greater zeal and pride. Today's valedictory program marks culmination of the days filled with learning, competition, and celebration. The much awaited moment has arrived, where the prestigious trophies now rest in the hands of deserving winners. The atmosphere in this prestigious convocation hall is vibrant, charged with joy, pride, and sense of fulfillment. We are deeply grateful to our Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dr. Manali Shirsagar Madam, for her unwavering patronage. Her faith in us, her guidance and support have been instrumental in shaping this institution and its initiatives. I take opportunity to express my sincere gratitude to Director Dr. Ravi Shankar Moore, whose attention to detail and constant encouragement guide us at every step. Sir, your belief in us is the greatest strength. Our heartfelt thanks to Dr. Praveena Khobragade for her continuous guidance, strategic planning, and for presenting the comprehensive report of 23rd Justa Causa. Here I would like to mention that the moot court event was being dealt by or was under the guidance of teacher coordinators and teacher moderators, Mrs. Vidya Naik, Ms. Darshana Malani, Ms. Gargi Chaube, and the student coordinators Ishita Dubey, who also delivered vote of thanks during that event. We are indebted to the officials of RTM Nagpur University for their valuable administrative, infrastructural, and financial support. We are thankful to Registrar of the University, Dr. Raju Hivse, Finance and Accounts Officer, Dr. Harish Paliwal, Dr. Vijay Khalna, who is the Director of Students Welfare, and also a big thanks to the management counselors, Senate members, and especially Shri Kumkumvar for providing us the general assistance. We express our sincere thanks and gratitude to all respected advocates of High Court Bar Association and the District Bar Association for dedicating their valuable time to judge the competitions and for mentoring the participants. Our thanks goes to principals, head of the departments, teachers and academicians whose gracious presence at various events have enriched the events to a greater height. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to all esteemed guests, judges, and participants whose enthusiastic involvement made this event truly remarkable. The organizing team of faculty and students deserves special appreciation for their dedicated and commendable efforts. A special word of appreciation to the media fraternity for providing extensive coverage and bringing the essence of Justa Causa to a wider audience. I would like to also acknowledge invaluable contribution of our non-teaching staff who have been backbone to this entire event. Heartfelt thanks to the compeers of today's event. They have done it with great grace and professionalism. Actually, it is difficult to acknowledge contribution of everyone. But I know you are waiting for certain names, and I would like to acknowledge special thanks, those who are really deserving. And amongst teachers, I would like to acknowledge the efforts of Madam Rinmay, Madam Rinal, Shikha, Vidya, Darshana, Gargi, Chinmay, Mamta, Pravina, Archana, Rashmi, Monica, Sneha, Rutunja, Jeetu, Harshada, Deepali, Saili, Yashashri, Deepti, Manjari, Maya, Kiran, Ankit, Dinesh, Pawan Kumar and Brahmesar. Well, amongst the students, there are many. There are more than 400 students who have been working tirelessly. Well, many students' names have been acknowledged at various events, but here I would like to take few names without which it was very difficult for Justa Causa to see how gracefully it has been today. Amongst the students, I would like to acknowledge the names of Sampanna Pandey, Soham Paturkar, Paritosh Joshi, then Padma Shri, Snehal, Srushti, Vaishnavi, Ayush, Anush, Prathamesh, Vedant, Ridanshu, Anushka, Arya, Nishita, Neha, Adya, Vedahi, Srirang, Makarand, Ipshita, Sagar, Pratyush, Sarang, Sama, Narayani, Purvi, Sama, Taha, and Zindagi. Thank you all those who have been working behind the scenes. And finally, I extend my deepest gratitude to all the participants who traveled across India to take part in the Justa Causa. Your presence, enthusiasm, and competitive spirit have truly made this event a meaningful and a memorable one. Let us carry forward the spirit of Justa Causa, not merely as a memory, but as a commitment to excellence, integrity, and justice in our professional journeys. Thank you one and all. Jai Hind.
Thank you, ma'am. That indeed is a very difficult task. Let us all rise for the national anthem.
पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंग विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उज्ज्वल जलधि तरंग तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
And now, as the curtain gently falls on this magnificent celebration, Let us carry forward not just memories, but a renewed commitment to uphold justice, to pursue excellence, and to let our voices echo with purpose. May your journey ahead be guided by wisdom, strengthened by integrity, and illuminated by the spirit of law. Thank you, everyone, and wish you a very pleasant evening. Thank you. Okay. I request all the faculty members to please gather for a group photo. All the faculty members, you're requested for a group photo.